Welcome inside. It's game number 5 of the Class 2A. We'll just start that again. How about everybody? Hello and welcome inside Wells Fargo Arena. It's the second class of the day, game 5. It is Class 3A. Jesup and Dike-New Hartford from inside Wells Fargo Arena here. We finished up the 5A, and we finish it up in incredible fashion. It was loud. It was intense. Let's just hope for half the game, Ellie, and I think we'll be fine.
So. Yeah, I hope so.
Alongside Ellie Howell, I'm Paul Yeager, and we are bringing you continuous coverage all day and all week of the girls' state basketball tournament. This is a Class 3A matchup, and part of the reason for the classes don't go in reverse order. They now go 5, 3, 4, 2, 1. So it's pretty easy for me to remember. But here's the thing you got to remember. Dike-New Hartford, number 1 in the class. They have been that way for almost 6 weeks. That's a big responsibility for a team.
It's a lot of pressure coming into it, being that top seed.
So when you're that way, what do you have? State's just an assumed thing that's going to happen. So how do you play inside those expectations?
Yeah, you really got to have the mindset that it's not a given. I mean, you got to come out every night, play hard, play the way your team has played all year to get you to that point, and do what you got to do. And
this is a team that has been down here before, but they have not gone home with the trophies number that they want. They want that number 1. The Jesup Jayhawks, this is the first time they've been at state since the year 2000. So this is familiar. These girls not even born the last time, so this is not even something the town can rally on in that sense, whereas Dike has that experience. But at the same time, can that youthful excitement play to your advantage?
Definitely, because you got to come out and play excited, and these girls are going to be excited. They're going to have their nerves. They've never been here before, don't know what it feels like, but they're just chomping at the bit to get to another game and play in this arena.
Well, let's find out how they got here, and these are, as you see, Bruce Dahl and Jordan Conrad are the 2 head coaches, but this is the road to state for Dike-New Hartford. They are 22-1, Class 1, or rated number 1 in Class 3A. They defeated Monticello to get here. The fewest turnovers in 3A and the number 1 scoring margin in 3A. We'll get to the keys to the game in a moment, but that's how Dike-New Hartford got here. Let's find out how the Jayhawks, who are only 32 miles apart, they could have played this game at Cedar Falls and been just fine. Jesup is 20-4, unranked in Class 3A, although they were ranked for part of the season. They knocked off Roland Story, who is rated 5th to get here. They only allow 36 points per game, and they are on a 7-game winning streak. And, oh, by the way, they've set a school record for wins. So there's a lot going well for the team in orange.
Yeah, a lot of momentum going forward coming into this game.
We'll find out what their keys to the game are when we come back here courtside as we get you ready for Class 3A state basketball from Wells Fargo.
MidAmerican Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
They say Buena Vista University is in the middle of a bunch of fields.
Hey guys, wait up!
Game on.
They say our idea of fun is morning tea, and afternoon tea,
and anytime tea.
And we hang out like bumps on a log.
They say Storm Lake, Iowa isn't in the center of the action. And when we study, we're not exactly grounded.
But you know what we say.
You gotta see it to believe it.
If you want to save more,
if you want a butcher who knows more,
if you want fewer aisles and more value,
less quantity, more quality,
if you want more of this,
and this,
and this
is Fairway, and this is how we do more.
Putting our all into meat and grocery.
Putting our all into meat and grocery.
Putting our all and more into meat and grocery.
Des Moines. The yeses are silent. Our city is buzzing. Catch what you've been missing today.
Welcome back courtside, along with Ellie Howe, Paul Yeager, as we get you ready for this Class 3A contest. And we're settling in. It's 5 o'clock. It's evening. The crowd has thinned out a little bit from those bigger schools. But, man, now we'll start to see the intense student sections, and they're all going to be watching for this contest. And it's all about Seeds for Success, which is sponsored by Kruger Seeds. The next time you're in need of corn or soybean seed, get your local Kruger Seeds dealer a call. Kruger Seeds, first-class seed, first name service. Learn more at KrugerSeed.com. All right, Allie, what are your keys if you're Dike?
Yeah, Dike, we got their motto for the year has been all gas, no brakes. They like to push the pace, get up and down, and really pressure teams, which leads to their next one, pressuring the ball. They like to play a lot of pressure defense, get up and turn people over so that they can push in the offensive transition.
So if you're Jesup, this is a game, you're playing a team for the third time. You've lost both times. Does this change for you at all on your keys? What are their keys first?
Yeah, so Jesup's looking to limit second chance points and win that 50-50 ball. That's really what they got to stick to be able to slow Dike down as they want to try to push the ball. If they can limit them to one shot of possession, they'll be in good shape there. Winning that 50-50 ball is going to be important as they get pressured. There's going to be tips coming around as Dike flies around the court, so they got to be able to get that ball.
All right, those are your Seeds for Success, brought to you by Kruger Seeds. We'll have starting lineups and introductions when we come back. This is the 2020 Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union State Basketball Tournament, the digital network powered by Mid-American Energy.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise and your lights will go on. That's because at Mid-American Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
In Iowa, we all play by the same rules. Hard work pays off, practice makes perfect, success is something you earn, and teamwork helps us all be winners. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics. Because on our team and on yours, what we bring to the table is what brings us all together. Learn more about our commitment to Iowa at iowapork.org.
Crowded lecture halls? Not anymore. Southwestern Community College is a different place. It's where we break from traditional college to do what's best for your career. It's about teaching the way you learn, having fun along the way, and giving you the experience you need for what comes next. A job and an income in as little as 1 year. That's why you go to college in the first place. Southwestern Community College. Your career starts here. Check out SWC's career-related programs at swciowa.edu/yourcareer.
I'm an Iowa teacher. I fight every day to make sure that the students have real-world life skills. My Iowa Bank helps any way I need them to. They have come to my class to be guest speakers. They have welcomed us into the bank. If you don't have a relationship with your bank, you need to make one. I love my Iowa Bank.
More Iowans choose to bank with an Iowa bank. Get to know a real Iowa banker and discover the genuine difference of Iowa banks.
The Iowa Bankers Association is proud to help students reach their goals both financially and educationally. That's why they are honored to provide 5 student athletes from this year's basketball tournament with $1,000 scholarships. Follow their Facebook page, facebook.com/Iowa Bankers, to see the winners. Let us go across court to Mr. Joe Hammond, the pride of Urbandale, for today's public address.
Gentlemen, welcome to Wells Fargo Arena in Des Moines, Iowa for the 2020 Girls State Basketball Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau. Tonight's quarterfinal matchup will feature the Jesup Jayhawks and the Dike-New Hartford Wolverines. Fans, tradition is an important part of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union's storied history. Because our past is an integral part of what we do today, we ask that everyone in attendance please join in a round of applause to show our appreciation to all the women who have participated in high school athletics in Iowa. Because once an Iowa girl, always an Iowa girl. Fans, at this time, the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union and the Iowa Farm Bureau would like to recognize the outstanding sportsmanship shown by Jesup High School and Dike-New Hartford High School. In recognition of the importance of good sportsmanship, each state qualifying school was asked to nominate a spectator who represents their school and community in a sportsmanlike manner. Sydney Hartsock from Creston, a member of the IGHSAU Student Athlete Advisory Committee, will present each nominee with a certificate of recognition and a $250 check payable to their school scholarship fund. Please join us in honoring these individuals and decorum and respect for others that serves as a model for all spectators attending interscholastic events. From Jesup High School, let's say hello to Michelle Klein. And from Dike-New Hartford High School, Dan and Colleen Schipper. And now, fans, it's time to introduce the players in today's quarterfinal matchup. First, the non-starters for the Jesup Jayhawks. Number 2, Natalie O'Connor. Number 10, Alexis Larson. Number 14, Leah Borgerding. Number 15, Lainey Pilcher. Number 20, Kylie Winter. Number 23, Mackenzie Butters. And number 42, Marissa Mashik. The assistant coach for Jesup is Jason Pilcher. And now the non-starters and assistant coaches for the Dike-New Hartford Wolverines. Number 5, Addie Sohn. Number 11, Camille Landfair. Number 13, Ellery Knock. Number 15, Chloe Schipper. Number 31, Whitney Waters. Number 33, Sophia Hoffman. Number 45, Taylor Haynes. Number 51, Ali Fobian. Number 53, Abby Sohn. And number 55, Taya Curtis. The assistant coaches for Dike-New Hartford are Matt Dove, Amber Hubner, and Ashley Beninga. And now, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for tonight's starting lineups? For Jesup, a 5'8" senior, number 5, Peyton McCone. And for Dike-New Hartford, a 5'10" senior, number 3, Ellie Foster. For Jesup, a 5'6" sophomore, number 11, Amanda Treptow. And for Dike-New Hartford, a 5'3" sophomore, number 21, Taylor Kawali. For Jesup, a 5'9" senior, number 21, Allison Flaherty. And for Dike-New Hartford, a 5'11" senior, number 23, Morgan Wheat. For Jesup, a 5'7" senior, number 24, Brittany Langenfelter. And for Dike-New Hartford, a 5'10" senior, number 25, Katie Knock. For Jesup, a 5'7" senior, number 30, Brianna Langenfelter. And for Dike-New Hartford, a 5'11" senior, number 43, Jill Alderts. The head coach for Jesup is Jordan Conrad, and the head coach for Dike-New Hartford is Bruce Dahl. The floor officials tonight are Travis Carroll, Tyler Eason, Darius Daniel, and the bench official is Sam Anker. Welcome Jesup and Dike-New Hartford to the 2020 Iowa Girls State Tournament.
Starting lineups are brought to you by Buena Vista University, located in Storm Lake, Iowa. Buena Vista University prepares students for lifelong success through transformational academic, professional, and co-curricular programs. Schedule your visit today at bvu.edu. Foster, Cavalli, Weber, Knock, Eiderts, McCone, Treptow, Flaherty, Lingenfelter, and Lingenfelter. Jesup in the road orange with blue numbers trimmed in white. The Dike-New Hartford Wolverines all white, blue numbers trimmed in black. We're ready to tip it off and ready to play. Basketball from Wells Fargo Arena. We're underway, and the Wolverines take the opening tip, and they'll go left to right on your screen. Weber with the basketball, drives in, takes the Euro step and one. I know it's easy to say the Euro step all the time, but it's that extra one like that. She did a good job attacking.
It is right, kind of went right to left and finished there.
At the line will be Ellie Foster, and she misses, so it'll stay 2-0 Dike. Jayhawks their first offensive possession. One Lingenfelter to the other. That's Brianna. She drives in transition, high off the glass, scores.
Good possession there by Jesup, working the ball around, pass it through that zone and drive in to the middle there.
The long extended arms of Katie Knock for two. Knock gives the Wolverines the lead. They bring some half-court pressure, and they're going to cause a turnover. Kawali. Now Knock. Weber for three. Good! Weber's the one you gotta be worried about.
Big three for her in the corner. Now lots of pressure from Dike as they try to speed up Jesup a little bit here.
Jayhawks into their offense now. Long three on the way. Good for the Jayhawks. Brittany Lingenfelter.
Big three. They were patient, didn't get sped up by the defense. Good shot for Lingenfelter.
And now we're going to have a whistle, and it'll stay Dike basketball. Already a substitution. Coming in for Dike is Ellery Knock. And driving and going off of Dike. Foster had it, and it went off her foot last. And now Dike will go back to some of that pressure. Why do you put pressure on right here?
They're trying to speed up the offense. They want them to make quick decisions, make bad passes, try to get the ball so they can push in transition.
Oh, coming in there
Almost
underneath.
got one there.
Yeah, Cavalli. The Jayhawks employed some varsity boys to come in to practice to work on the pressure. As they get a look at the basket, no good. Three on the way, no good by Knock. Rebound, and we're going to have a foul on Jesup. Ooh, and getting up a little slow is Ellie Foster.
Looks like she kind of got rolled up on there, going for that loose ball.
Foster will inbound it, as we got to look there on the replay. Into Weber, 15-footer. She followed her shot, no good. Good rebounding position was Flaherty. Cutting up high, Treptow. Left side, Lingenfelter. Creates some space. 8-footer, good. Peyton McCone.
Another good possession by Jesup, getting to the middle of that zone where they can really cause some issues for Dike here.
Second tie of the game. This one at 7, 5 minutes to play first quarter. Nice move, kick back out, leaves it for three, no good. Tipped away, and that is going to be a foul on Dike-New Hartford. I think they're going to whistle Foster there. What happened?
Good box out by Jesup. Dike just came over top of them there.
So Pilcher into the ball game for the first time. Her father, Jason, the assistant coach for Justin Conrad, who's in his first season with the Jayhawks. A little too much Treptow shot, or that's Flaherty's shot. No, that was Treptow's shot blocked. Up ahead, left to right, shot no good. And Jesup has it, and they have a chance to take the lead. Tough spot to be pulled up from basketball, and Coach Conrad says timeout. One of the worst places you can pull it up, right?
Right, good timeout there, get him out of that situation.
So what are you thinking about? Okay, so Ellie, you played at Manson Northwest Webster. Your team came to state. You were watching that year in the knee brace. I remember it was kind of good team. What do you remember about that experience that you could maybe share for somebody who's not been here about what it's like?
Yeah, it's a fun environment to be in, a bigger gym than you've ever played in any of those high school gyms. Lots of people here to support you, great fan support. It's just a lot of fun. Not something a lot of high school girls get to experience, so it's a really cool time for them.
Is this more like it was when you were playing in college?
Yeah, it's a little bit more similar. A little bit bigger of a feel there.
Well, you played a few games, not too far. They could have played this in your college gym.
They could have, yeah.
The McLeod Center would have been a good in-between for these two when
they
played at UNI.
Yep.
Your Panthers, man, talk about a recruiting class they have coming in.
Yeah, there's a lot of good talent playing at the state tournament this weekend that'll be there in the next couple years.
Treptow drives, kicks, Lingenfelter, three, no! Rebound, Jayhawks again. Treptow fights through, and she'll get a shoot two.
Good offensive rebound crash in there. That's one thing about the zone, it's hard to rebound out of, so good offensive rebound there for Jesup.
Why is it hard to rebound out of the zone?
You're kind of in an area you don't have somebody to box out because people are kind of roaming, so you got to try to find somebody close by.
The Jayhawks take their first lead of the game as Amanda Treptow hits the free throw. And the second. The lead is 2 for the Jayhawks. Here come the Wolverines. Ellie Foster drives. Oh, won't go. Can't coax it down. Ball's going to be tipped out of bounds and stay. Dike-New Hartford ball. You would not think the way Jesup has come out here, Ellie, that they got beat pretty badly by this team twice this season.
Not at all. They're playing with a lot of confidence, have a good win streak going right now, and you can tell they're playing that way.
They go backside on Weber. They've put 2 orange jerseys on her, and another foul going to be called on Dike on a rebound. So it looks like they're fronting and backing Weber.
Yeah, it looks like they have somebody on the top side, and they're helping really on the weak side as well to make sure she can't get it in there and double her if she does.
How long can you do that? Can you do that as long as the game allows? As the Jayhawks in transition, 2 more, Amanda Treptow.
Yeah, as long as you can make sure they're not skipping to that weak side, you're still in a good position to double her.
11-7. And now make it 11-9 as the Wolverines get a bucket. Again, that pressure. Jayhawks right now breaking it with ease, and that's a travel. Yep, Brianna, one extra step there on the pivot. And this crew, Travis Carroll and Tyler Eason, Darius Daniel. You see Carroll and Eason a lot in the Des Moines area calling games. It's also a reward for the officials in getting a chance to officiate at this and see teams that they don't normally see. See Tyler and Travis a lot in 5A games. So good 3A games, good for them. Tipped around, loose ball. Oh, wide open underneath. Oh, the bunny missed by Knock, but then the putback is there for Ellie Foster.
Great find and offensive rebound there to get that second chance opportunity.
Back tied at 11, third tie of the game. Long pass, and that one's going to get intercepted every single time. Wolverines on the roll, almost a chance for the end one. Ellie Foster will get 2 shots as she was out in front on that one.
Another great pass out ahead for Dike. You can tell they're used to pushing in transition, finding their teammates up ahead.
That's one thing about the 1A, 2A, 3As, and to an extent 4A. They push the tempo when it comes to using the press than, say, the 5As.
Yeah, you seem to see a lot more run and gun offenses in the smaller schools.
Is there any particular reason, or?
I mean, not that I'm really aware of. I think it just seems to work well in some of those smaller schools.
We were joking earlier today about, the restraining line, because in some of these gyms it is smaller, and that really is a stifling defense when you're pressing somebody, when the wall is 3 feet away. Somehow, Brittany Lingenfelter gets the shot off and she's fouled. Yeah, that pressure can be intense. You played in a few gyms with the restraining line. Do you remember that?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, a lot of small gyms. So you get here and there's a lot more space, which is helping Jesup out, trying to break that pressure here.
And that's one thing that, you talk to coaches, especially of these smaller schools, they will take their team and go to a bigger court to get ready for this because it is smaller than what they're used to.
Yep. Yeah, we did that when we came to the state tournament. We practiced in a community college gym to get a little bit bigger court experience.
Jesup back within 1. Wolverines moving that basketball. Nice drive to the rack. No good. Goes the shot from Knock. Rebound Jayhawks. Under 2 to play first quarter. And that pass almost thrown to Bruce Dahl right there in the front row. I think he thought that was to him.
He was ready.
And that's going to go off the hands of Amanda Treptow. Bruce Dahl, I love having conversations with him, not just during basketball season. We'll chat off season about various things. That's a guy that, it's his 3rd different team he's brought to state. He just has a sense about this program. He has a little bit of an advantage. Dike-New Hartford, they're not just good in, say, basketball. They're good in a lot of sports.
Yeah, we've seen them at the state tournament in a lot of different sports the last few years. It really helps out. They have athletes that are competing at all different sports.
15-foot jump shot, no good, and Jesup the rebound with Flaherty. Over the top, go the Jayhawks. A little ball fake left and go back right. Treptow in transition won't go. Tipped away, falling down, keeping it alive. Again, the Jayhawks moving the basketball. Driving Treptow, the scoop won't go. Tipped around. They're playing volleyball in there. One more pass. That time the foul. Morgan Weber.
Huge effort by Jesup to get 2 and 3 shots of possession. It's really going to help them out, especially when they're struggling with the pressure there.
I was just trying to think about. I think that was something Jesup was limit second chance points. I think they had 4 chances to score right
They're getting their own. They must have practiced that the last
couple of weeks. Allison Flaherty makes the free throws. We take a look at that replay. That was, I think, the 5th chance there as, again, the block from Weber. She is an incredible athlete in her own right. Weber will continue her athletic career playing volleyball at Wichita State. Oh, and by the way, she's also the state champion golfer, too.
Very talented athlete.
Jayhawks take the lead, 14-13. Final 50 of the first quarter. The runner, the jump stop, no good. Jayhawks with it. 1-on-2. What will Treptow do? She's not scared. She's blocked, saves it, kicks it to Lingenfelter. Another one, top of the key 3, no good. Rebound. Put back, no good. This time, Dike-New Hartford clears it out. I'd say final 25, but we might have 9 possessions at this pace.
Really pushing the pace on both ends.
Are you getting the sense Dike might be a little more frustrated than Jesup right now?
They're playing pretty fast right now.
All right, we do have a substitution, and every one of the substitutions today are brought to you by IMT Insurance. Learn more how you can be worry-free with IMT at imtins.com. Jayhawks with a bucket. They open up a 3-point lead. 8 seconds to go in the quarter. 3-pointer off the mark. 2 seconds. Put back won't go. And the Jayhawks have a 3-point 16-13 lead after quarter number 1. We're back after this. You're watching coverage of the 2020 Girls High School Athletic and State Basketball Tournament on the digital network powered by Mid-American Energy.
Mid-American Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Hey, Central College has a new tuition price of just $18,600. That means the college experience that opens doors for a lifetime is more affordable than ever, and scholarships are still available. Apply today at central.edu.
Hey fans, Central College has a new tuition price of just $18,600. That means the college experience that opens doors for a lifetime is now more affordable than ever, and scholarships are still available. Apply today at central.edu. Coach Dahl told me it's been tough being number one with that target on your back. You think right now they're kind of, what are you doing if you're at that break with Dike?
They came out a little shaky. You just got to remind them to calm down. They've been number one. They've been playing really well. So they just got to keep that in the back of their minds.
Treptow drives. The shot by McCone is no good, and then we're going to have a foul on Jesup a long way from the basket. That one is going to be called on Allison Flaherty, who had gotten into foul trouble one of the last times these two teams have played. She is kind of their force in the inside. One of the things Dike's got to do is reverse the ball and to see if Jesup's defense can keep up. That's one of the things they're trying to watch here. So far, Dike very good at passing the basketball. Right now, they're just kicking and scoring. Ellie Foster.
Great finish by Foster, getting into the middle of that zone. Taking a good shot.
Dike with the back within one. Jesup misses the first shot. Treptow with it, now back up top for the Jayhawks. Brittany Lingenfelter. McCone's pass, she was a little careless with it, just taken away by Foster. Foster pulls up, 15-foot, good. Ellie Foster makes it look easy. It's Foster that's been the trouble for the Jayhawks today, not so much Weber, which means Weber is due. In fact, Weber has the ball stolen away. Block by Eilderts. Good defense. Nice move, and we'll have a foul.
Fouls on Jesup number 21.
So Flaherty picks up her second foul of the quarter here in about a minute and a half in.
Just going to have to be careful. A lot of times till halftime where it can try to hold off to not get that third this quarter.
You may have to think of taking her out for just a couple of minutes maybe.
I think so. Give her a little break, settle her down a little bit.
Because sometimes when you get tired, you might pick up that third foul.
Yep, exactly.
As Knock hits the free throw. Katie now has 3. Wolverines by 2. And that's going to be a foul on Dike. I think they're going to whistle there. Katie Knock, who had just hit the free throw.
Katie Knock, second, number 6. Number 13, Katie Knock checks back.
Another IMT, INS, insurance, substitution. In transition, McCone's shot won't go. Oh, nice drive. Almost finish, and does, is Ellery Knock. And a loose ball again. So now Dike's enlisted that pressure again here, Ellie.
They're really picking up the pace, trying to get tips, get in transition, and score that way.
Kind of like Jesup was expecting the pressure and were able to handle it early. And when you take it away, you kind of, wait a minute, aren't they supposed to be here somewhere?
Yeah, they're starting to
that,
speed
right?
up a little bit, yeah. They're not really sure when it's coming. They've kind of done a good job mixing it up.
Kind of joked with the coach today of a team who will play here later this week. I just said, you know, they're expecting you to do pressure, right? Oh, that shot is just flat out rejected by Ellery Knock, and then we got a whistle, and it'll stay. All right, ball goes out of bounds. It'll stay Jesup basketball. I said, you know, they're expecting you to press, right? Oh, yeah. So, you know, you can give them the head fake? Well, I don't know. We'll see. Kind of like he's giving me the information, a little head fake.
Right. Not sure what they're going to do.
Jayhawks go to the hoop. No.
Another
rebound.
Big offensive
McCone's shot won't go that time, and that foul is going to be called on Laney Pilcher. Laney, one of the freshmen that plays for Coach Conrad, but not their first time being as player and coach. Conrad had been on the club circuit with a lot of these younger players. Familiar with them, coached with Pilcher. New coach, new regime here for the orange and blue. Three-pointer on the way, no good. And again, the size of Dike winning out, and position for that matter.
All right, Jesup's got to do a better job. They give up some size, so they got to push them really got to push them back and box out.
Three on the way and nailed. Kawali for three. And again, the pressure. Shot is blocked in the lane. Treptow, no chance there. Dike pushing. Step up, shoot the three again. Air ball. Jesup fans will let her know. Sorry, Katie. That ever get in your head?
A little bit, yeah. You hear it in the back of your head.
That
Right.
only encourages them now.
Right, I know it.
You like a good fan base?
I do, yeah. It makes it fun, gives you a little bit of energy, especially in a tough game like this one.
4:45 to play in the half. Dike-New Hartford on a little bit of run here, 23-16. Jesup not really had good, clean offensive looks. Give Dike a whole lot of credit for their defense as they stayed in that zone. Corner three, Lingenfelter. Dial it up, three more for Brittany Lingenfelter. That ends the drought. Jesup was up two, and now it was an 8-0 run, and just like that, Ellie Foster comes back.
They got to do something to slow her down. She's taking it to the basket and trying to finishing well in there.
Pressure, 3-on-1. Lingenfelter throws it up. Prayer not answered, tipped, and that is going to be a foul on Pilcher, I believe. Yes, Laney is whistled for that foul. Take a look at that replay here on that three ball by Lingenfelter. What was that? That's that arena backdrop. I mean, we talk about that the wall is not 5 feet behind the backboard. Is that really a thing for a shooter?
It definitely is. There's a little bit of an adjustment that you have to make, not seeing that wall right there behind the basket. It kind of messes with your depth perception a little bit. It takes some time to get used to.
Free throw is off the mark, and Dike is normally a 69% free throw shooter. Tonight, they are on pace at that at 60. Nice drive, and then pass, just a little too generous with it. Jayhawks just got to shoot the ball. Dike makes him pay, and then Weber up ahead to Foster, and it'll go back to the Jesup Jayhawks.
Not a bad turnover for Dike. They're just trying to get out, push the pace a little bit. That's their style of play, so that's going to happen when you do that.
Coming up at halftime, we'll talk with Dr. Tony Pappas. West Waterloo Wahawks with a come-from-behind victory in Class 5A, the last 5A game of the day. Three on the way, good for the Jayhawks. Brianna Lingenfelter, the senior. Jayhawks back within three. Another three on the way for Dike. No good by Weber, who followed her own shot and almost got it. Now we're going to have a whistle, and that's going to be on Jesup. Allison Flaherty just picked up her third foul. Just what we talked about, that they don't want to try to get to that halftime break without the third.
Might need to get her out. They got only 3 minutes to go, and we can't have her pick up that fourth.
Leah Borcherding is coming in. Borcherding is in. Free throw is off the mark. The Wolverine lead stays at 3. Borcherding now back up to Lingenfelter. Still a 2-3 zone here from the Wolverines. Lots of passing, 3 off the mark. Rebound, Morgan Weber. She is so strong.
She is. She's got a big size advantage in there, moves well.
And another 2. Sophia Hoffman scored. And a loose ball taken over by Dike-New Hartford. Up ahead and out of bounds. It'll go back to Jesup.
Number 25,
Dr. Tony Pappas is here. I guarantee, Ellie, he is excited to be doing this interview.
Oh, I'm sure. It's a big win for them in that game against Cedar Falls.
That was something to see, I'll tell you that. Jayhawks have got to get it over, and that's a 10 count. They do not do it. Great defense. The pressure works for the Wolverines. Getting that first one, they tell you, is sometimes the hardest.
Yeah. Definitely have some confidence moving into game 2.
Especially if you haven't been here in a while.
Right.
Even if you have been here a while, it's still good to get that first one.
It is. Takes a little pressure off of you.
Jayhawks get behind, and the layup is off the mark. Treptow goes to the floor, and Bruce Dahl calls timeout just to make sure his players are okay. And now coach is going to, by the way, I got to, as a predictor, Coach Dahl actually told me he thought that game would be 51-49.
Wow.
That's what he meant when he said 51.
Okay, yeah.
He called it. And that's the thing. Coaches this time of year, Ellie, just players, coaches look at so much tape. After that regional final to the final, you got a whole lot going on. And Coach Dahl had said, I had put basketball to bed for the night. I was done with it. I had to go to the store to get something. Who do I run into but the Cedar Falls coach? And so then we had to talk basketball for a little bit.
That's how it goes this time of year. That's all that's on anybody's mind, especially in small towns.
Do you get a little... Did you start getting the twitch about November, December when you're not playing basketball now?
A little bit, yeah. It's a weird transition.
And Jessup's going to be called for the blocking foul. Leah Borcherding.
Leah Borcherding, her first. Team foul number 4.
So going to the line again, Ellie Foster. Foster tonight, 14 points in this quarter, or this half, I mean.
She's been really aggressive, running in transition, getting to the rim. It's finished well.
She averages 17 points a game, but it was Weber that the Jayhawks were worried about because of the size differential, but they've had really no answer for Foster. Who converts on them both for points 15 and 16. So back to a 7-point advantage for the Wolverines. A little bit of confidence. They got down by as many as 3. Never called timeout, but now we got a turnover. And now the Jayhawks feeling it a little bit.
They really stayed patient. They didn't get rattled when they were down. Their defense is really paying off for them here in the second quarter.
You buy into that defense wins championships thing?
I do. Big supporter of defense.
The drive, no good. Jayhawks had the position on the rebound, but Pilcher just couldn't hold on to it. 65 seconds before the break. Dike-New Hartford by 7. Make it 9. But guess who? Foster's going to be player of the game at halftime.
She's already above her season average right now. They're going to have to find an answer for her in the second half.
Part of the problem is she handles the ball so well. It's not like you put her down low. She's lethal from everywhere, and that's going to be a foul on Sophia Hoffman.
Fouls on Dike-New Hartford, number 33, Sophia Hoffman.
Both teams in the bonus now, so we'll shoot free throws as that's just the 7th team foul on Dike-New Hartford. I haven't looked outside the window all day. There's still daylight out there, huh?
It's nice. We're getting close to a little bit longer days coming soon.
Both these teams made the just short of 2-hour trip. A little less for Dike, about 2 hours for Jesup to get here. And the orange and blue are well represented, and the Dike fan base is across from us. And they're trying to make some noise, making up for a little of their lack of numbers. So if you're watching back in Dike or New Hartford, hello, and we hope to see you here if Dike-New Hartford wins. So I think the Jayhawks will travel if they would win. Pilcher steps in front, gets the steal. 25 seconds. Let's see, I'd like to say the Jayhawks are going to hold for one, but we saw the way the first quarter ended. The runner goes for Pilcher.
Trying to get a little momentum going into the half here. Don't want to slow it down.
Because if you missed that shot and you held it for 25 seconds, that's a double whammy there.
Yep, got to get something out of it.
Coaching staff wants the Jayhawk D to put their hands up. Weber drives, hits the bucket. Man, Foster's good. That's point number 20 for the break. She is impressive. Makes it a 33-25 halftime lead. So the Jayhawks only score 9 points in that quarter. They're outscored 20-9. If you're Dike, what do you talk about at halftime? Quick, Ellie.
Dike's got to keep it up. They got to keep pressuring on D, keep pushing in transition. Can't slow down at this point.
And if you're Jesup, what do you do?
They got to stop Foster. She's making it tough for him on the defensive end.
And then all of a sudden that could lead Weber open, and you just never know what's going to happen.
Right, lots of weapons on that end.
All right, they'll see how that one goes. We'll take a quick timeout, step away, bring in Dr. Tony Pappas. After this, you're watching 2020 coverage of the Girls State Basketball Tournament powered by Mid-American Energy.
Mid-American Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
They say Buena Vista University is in the middle of a bunch of fields.
Hey guys, wait up!
Game on. They say our idea of fun is morning tea, and afternoon tea,
And anytime tea.
And we hang out like bumps on a log.
They say Storm Lake, Iowa isn't in the center of the action. And when we study, we're not exactly grounded.
But you know what we say.
You gotta see it to believe it.
This is more. More savings. More service. More focus on fresh, quality produce. Expert butchers who know more. And the most talked about meat in town. We are Fairway. We put everything into meat and grocery. And this is more.
With new Casey's Rewards, you can turn pizza into school donations. Download the Casey's app and earn points you can turn into donations to the schools you care about most. Or turn points into Casey's Cash or fuel discounts. Start earning more ways to give and get a little more good. Casey's Rewards. Points for school, points for you, points for fuel, points for good. Now at Casey's, our delicious handmade taco pizza is just $13.99. Casey's, here for good.
Back here at halftime, Paul Yeager along with Dr. Tony Pappas, the head coach of the West Waterloo Wahawks. Man, down 15 in that second half. I was thinking I was going to be talking to Cedar Falls. What were you thinking at that point?
Well, we told them, don't give up, never quit. We're going to change the defense that we're very good at, and we're going to turn the tide, and we're going to hit some shots and get right back in this game. We'll chip away, which is exactly what we did all the way to the end. I think after the first 2 or 3 minutes, we were behind the next 30 minutes, and then stole the ball there on that inbound and went in for the layup to win the game. Just unbelievable game.
You split the regular season with Cedar Falls. Was that, when you saw the pairings come out, what are you thinking?
Oh, we have nothing but the utmost respect for Cedar Falls. They were a great team, but when we beat them, they didn't have Emerson Green, and that's a huge difference maker right there. We knew that. Then when we played them again, they beat us with Emerson Green.
Yeah.
And then, but today we felt we were ready, but give Cedar Falls credit. They had us on the ropes. They're well coached. They took away things we tried to do, but our kids never, ever gave up. They just kept battling all the way to the end. And like I said, I'm just so proud of them, and I just can't tell you how great we feel, and it's a great day for West High.
The word on the street was this year was West is a year away. You're here early. You've got 2 freshmen and a sophomore in your starting lineup. 2 of them with incredible history with you and the program. Haley Polk and Britt and Smith. Both of these girls, you know they know what it takes to win. They've seen it their whole lives. What's it like to have players like that know what you're about and what the program's about involved?
Well, that's a great question. Yeah, they know what our program's about. They know the culture. I've been with Haley and Brooklyn since they were like 5th graders, even before, and of course I coached Brooklyn's mother, and Gabby Moore and Cece Moore's mother. Cece unfortunately is injured. She's a 6'1" freshman that would be in our rotation right now as well. So yeah, we would be playing 3 freshmen and 2 sophomores, 1 junior and 1 senior. And people will say we're a year away, but we try not to think that way. We want it to be this year.
Well, and Smith picks up 3 fouls in the first quarter.
Yeah.
Did you try to get her out in that first quarter, or were you hoping she was going to?
We had to get her out, and then that alters how we play offensively, and Cedar Falls kind of took advantage of that, to their credit. And then she came back in the second half, had a real solid second half, and we ended up, like I said, kind of luckily winning this game in dramatic fashion.
Polk finished with 27. Williams finished with 12. Emerson Green got 19 on you, and then Barney got 10. So, great game. I know you kind of talked about how it ended, but what do you think was the turning point?
Oh, the turning point, most definitely, when we called timeout. We got down by 15, and we knew we had to do 2 things. One, we went to our 21 defense, which really hurts most teams, and then we also went to kind of a hurry-up offense, which we kind of developed and used. And then all of a sudden we started getting a few steals, hitting a few shots, getting fouls. Next thing you know, it's from 15 down to 9 to 8, and 7, 5. And then we had chances to close it even more and threw the ball away. And then at the end, we tie it. I think she had a spinning shot in the lane or something to tie it. And then they're holding for a last-second shot, and then we force the turnover and get the win.
All right, real quick. Waukee sits and watches that game and scouts you. They're thinking they're getting Cedar Falls in the second half. All of a sudden, you changed everything they do. What do you know about Waukee?
Well, very little, and today was the first day I've really seen them. They're a quality program, and Chris Guest is a great coach and, does a wonderful job of coaching them. They're underclassmen, too, a little bit older than us, but we're hoping we can really compete with them and give them a great game on Thursday.
Doctor, good to see you.
Hey, Paul, thank you.
Hey.
Great to see you again.
Yes, maybe we'll be talking to you in the finals. We'll see how it goes. That's Dr. Tony Pappas, head coach at the West Waterloo Wallhawks. They win. We're going to recap the first half of Dike-New, Hartford, and Jesup when we come back.
At Waldorf University, we are warriors. On campus and online. In the classroom and on the field. Our work today will power tomorrow, continuing a rich tradition started in 1903. And once you're one of us, you forever are. Waldorf University, we are warriors.
Crowded lecture halls? Not anymore. Southwestern Community College is a different place. It's where we break from traditional college to do what's best for your career. It's about teaching the way you learn, having fun along the way, and giving you the experience you need for what comes next. A job and an income in as little as 1 year. That's why you go to college in the first place. Southwestern Community College. Your career starts here. Check out SWC's career-related programs at swciowa.edu/yourcareer.
If you want to save more.
If you want a butcher who knows more.
If you want fewer aisles and more value.
Less quantity, more quality.
If you want more of this.
And this.
And this.
This is Fairway, and this is how we do more.
Putting our all into meat and grocery.
Putting our all into meat and grocery.
Putting our all and more into meat and grocery.
Better believe it when the low, yeah, we going high. Gotta climb to the top, but we're never gonna stop. When the low, yeah, we going high. We're going high.
Hey, Central College has a new tuition price of just $18,600. That means the college experience that opens doors for a lifetime is more affordable than ever, and scholarships are still available. Apply today at central.edu.
You're watching the Girls State Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy. Paul Yeager and Ellie Howell with you here as Dike-New Hartford takes the court. They are the first ones back out, and these are some of your first half statistics. They lead 33-25, shooting 42% from the field, almost 30% from three. Rebounds are tied. Turnovers in Jesup's favor, which you don't want. The Jayhawks shooting only 30% from the field, but 50 from three. If you're Jesup, are you trying to hit more threes, or are you trying to work it inside?
I think you got to get it to middle of that zone. When they got it in the middle, they were successful kicking it out for threes, or also getting it, shooting that little 15-foot jumper too. It really opened things up for them.
So we talk about Foster as just torching everything up here for Dike-New Hartford. What do you do if you are Jesup? Because we talked about it going to the break. Do you front her as well? That leaves you 4 players on 2.
Right, that's a little tough. I don't know if you can really spread yourselves that thin. If you can throw somebody at her when she's driving, try to double her that way, that might be able to slow her down a little bit and make her give it up.
But a foul situation, it does get to be a little bit there. Flaherty has 3, 2 for McCone, 1 for Lingenfelter. So we'll see how that one shakes out. 20 for Ellie Foster. And then 3 points for Cavalli, Weber, Knock, and Eiderts. For the Jayhawks, McCone has 2, Treptow 5, Flaherty 4, Brittany Lingenfelter 7, and Brianna Lingenfelter 5. And I just want to say hello to all of our friends in New Hartford who are watching there along Beaver Creek, beautiful part of the state, and to those in Dike. They celebrate 2 different things in those communities, Ellie. Do you know what the name of the days are in New Hartford? Beaver Creek Days, and they have Watermelon Days in Dike. And in Jesup, do you know what the day is called?
I do not.
And it's not day, it's days.
Okay.
It's Farmer's Day. Of course.
Pretty original.
In Buchanan County, that's what you have.
Yeah.
Part of the district in Blackhawk County as well, and then Dike. Just really, these 2 schools, 32 miles apart, same conference, played twice this year. Dike-New Hartford won both of those games. But it was a 3-point lead at one point for the Jayhawks, and they got to try and figure out how to get on the other end of this scoreboard as they are down 8 as we start the second half.
From the start of the game.
Starters for both of these teams. So for the team in white and blue, it's Foster, Kowali, Weber, Knock, and Eilderts, and then we're going to have a foul.
The foul's on Dike-New Hartford, number 23.
So Morgan Weber is whistled for the foul on the charge.
One of the second half.
So that's one way. Get them in foul trouble if you're wearing the orange and blue.
Right, might be able to slow them down that way.
For the Jayhawks, they bring out McCone, Treptow, Flaherty, Brittany Lingenfelter, and Brianna. Treptow kicks. Lingenfelter gets the up and under, a little too strong. Rebound. Eilderts is going to be whistled for that foul.
Foul's on Dike-New Hartford, number 43, Jill Alderts. Her first, team foul number 2. At the line for Jesup, Allison Flaherty, shooting 2.
Flaherty will go to the line to shoot 2.
Number 13, Ellery Knox, checks into the Dike-New Hartford lineup.
Flaherty's father, Dan, football coach at Jesup for a number of years. And had gotten out of coaching when he passed a few years ago. And some of these players have, as that ball goes out of bounds right in front of us. You know, when you don't know what to expect here, and I know this team, I've seen Jesup come for several years. They have come and watched this tournament, even though they hadn't qualified. You know, what type of was that something you had done before you had a chance to have your team come here?
Yeah, I came and watched for a lot of years. It really gets you in the mindset of what the experience is like and makes you hungry to get here and actually be playing in the games.
Foster loses control of it there as Lingenfelter, and you just kind of get a sense of how big everything is and the noise and the pace. But it's a little different when you step inside the hockey rink here.
It is, yeah. The pressure's all on you, and you're really trying to quiet that noise a little bit rather than embrace it as a fan.
Eilderts rips it away. Still an 8-point advantage for the Wolverines. Oh, nice 15-footer just off the mark, Lingenfelter. Brianna chases it down. Nice drive, no call. Loose ball is corralled by Flaherty. And then the Wolverines step in front. Yeah. Oh, you just know exactly what Kowali was trying to do. You just get it caught there on the belt and can't get rid of it in time.
Got a little excited, saw Foster up ahead, really trying to push the pace.
Did you expect a little more pressure in this contest?
Yeah, I thought we'd see a little bit more, especially early in the second half, really trying to keep that momentum going for Dike-New Hartford.
Transition shot no good, somehow chased down by McCone, and then the ball is kicked. Jayhawks last here in 2000.
23, Morgan Weber checks back into the Dike-New Hartford lineup.
So only their second time in the 5-player era. Justin Conrad, his first year coaching, first year here at the state tournament. Well, Bruce Dahl, though, he is no stranger to Wells Fargo Arena. 3 different teams, AGWSR and Allison Bristow. AGWSR won the 2009 Class 1A title. And a 3.
Number 11, Amanda Treptow.
Treptow for 3, gets the Jayhawks back within 5. Down low, nice look. Oh, just a little too strong for Knock. Inside, oh nice, got behind. Got her in the air, and a foul on Knock. Treptow, that was a ball yard move right there, Ellie.
Great shot fake, knew they were going to jump. They have a size advantage inside. Took her time, got to the free throw line.
Where'd you learn your move like that?
Her first, team foul number 3.
Probably from my dad. He coached me for a lot of years. He's probably one of the first ones to show me that.
Similar colors between your program and Jesup here. The oranges and the blues are a little bit different, right?
Yeah, pretty similar though.
A little darker blue. There's not many orange and blue combos in the state. Colfax Mingo is one. Nice move, kick. Oh, it was there for Knock. She cuts the distance in half and converts. Boy, these Knocks have been hard-nosed players. Good family history in the area as well. Nice drive and kick. Lingenfelter. Her shot is blocked by Kowali. Up ahead, here come the Wolverines. Weber converts. Morgan Weber.
Good finish. Looks like the Wolverines are trying to pick up the pace a little bit here.
They've already gotten
picking up their pressure.
Yeah, 110 count. They got to get that ball across. You got to know when to dial it up. Loose ball. They're going to call a foul on the Jayhawks. McCone is going to be whistled for that foul.
Fouls on Jesup, number 11.
Oh, they're going to call Treptow.
Team foul number 1. Timeout.
Timeout.
A 30-second timeout.
On the floor. Well, the Class 3A tournament field. This is the first quarterfinal, and they'll play. The winner of this one will play in the semifinal 1:30 Thursday. We'll play the winner of Red Oak and North Polk. The bottom half of the bracket, Clear Lake and Davenport Assumption. They'll be our last game of the night, and then Bishop Heelan and Des Moines Christian. And I believe you have Assumption Clear Lake. Is that right?
Yep. Yeah, I got that one coming up at 8:30 tonight. Should be another good matchup.
Assumption plays in that extremely tough conference in eastern Iowa, Clear Lake. Again, no stranger to coming down here. Neither is Assumption. The Knights played North Scott tough early in the season, and then late in the season was even closer. And the Lady Knights will have their hands full with the Lions.
Well, it'll be a good matchup.
And then tomorrow, Bishop Heelan and Des Moines Christian. Red Oak and North Polk. Red Oak spent a lot of the season ranked. Very few losses, only 3 on the season. And that'll be a turnover on Dike-New Hartford. North Polk, last year they played in the title game, losing to Center Point Urbana. Nice drive and one for Amanda Treptow. Treptow's a sophomore on this squad. I love seeing the freshman sophomores not afraid at all of this big stage. Let's take a look at this play again.
At the line for the Jayhawks, Amanda Treptow.
Great take, splitting a couple defenders in there. Good finish. And knocking down the free throw.
Treptow now with 11 of her team's 32 points. Jayhawks within 5 again. One thing that Coach Conrad talked about with his Jayhawks, we have to limit second chance points. We've got to keep the ball moving and win those 50-50 balls. But when you give up a 3 ball like that, Katie Knock, hard to defend the 3 like that. Katie opens up an 8-point lead for the Wolverines. Jayhawks moving. Runner, no. Rebound, great position by Katie Knock. Oh, this is a way deep 3, and it's short, almost like a pass. That's what she's going to say in the locker room afterwards. Foster a little quieter here in that second half. No points yet, but you know it's just a matter of time. Good turnaround look by the Wolverines, and it's going to be a jump ball, and alternating possession arrow takes it back to the Jayhawks.
Good hustle by Treptow there to get that 50-50 ball, as that's one of their focuses and keys to the game.
Coming up on 3 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Dike-New Hartford with a 40-32 lead over the Jesup Jayhawks, and they're about to try to expand that lead. Weber up ahead. Knock. Turnaround is good. Hoffman. 10-point advantage Treptow kicks. Lingenfelter in the corner. Now the runner goes.
Let's go back to number 24, Brittany Lingenfelter.
Brittany with the score. Back to 8. Pass. One extra pass is all the doctor ordered. Coach Dahl says, get back.
Keep pushing the pace, especially on even made baskets. They're really trying to get out and run.
Trying to get on that backdoor cut, just not quite there for McCone. It'll be a possession arrow.
Jesup.
I thought they got the last one.
I think they might have called a foul on the last one.
Oh, okay. Instead of
I think they switched it up.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, McCone gets it in. Now Treptow. No call, and then the officials whistle a kicked ball. Look at Coach Conrad there. From the other side of Buchanan County, in the Winthrop area, played at East Buchanan, or student at East Buchanan there.
Trying to calm his team down here.
Did he say breathe in his nose? Is that what he said?
I think so.
Is that?
Look like they might be a little rattled.
Did Coach Warren ever tell you that? Breathe through your nose?
I don't think she did.
Runner Lingenfelter, no good. Rebound, loose ball. Oh, the Jayhawks might have got it, but they stepped on the line.
Good hustle, getting on the floor. They're all over the place.
I don't even know if those were 50-50 balls. They were like 75-25, more advantage to Dike there. Dike-New Hartford. And that's going to go off the hands
Number 21
of Ellery Knock.
Back into the Dike-New Hartford lineup.
And another substitution, which are brought to you by IMT Insurance. Learn how you can be worry-free at imtins.com. 91 seconds to play in the third quarter. Jayhawks down by 10. I heard a whistle, but I don't know what that was. It wasn't from the officials. It's just the voices in my head.
I thought I heard it too. I don't know where it came from.
Wolverines now flash high against the zone. Trying to work off those screens. Tipped ball. Knock maintains it. Too strong of a shot by Eilderts, and the Jayhawks have it under a minute to play. They try to go back door, and I'll tell you what, it is really hard to do that play at the state tournament.
There's a lot of length for Dike-New Hartford down low. There's not many passes you're going to be able to throw over top of them.
And the coaching and the playing, you might be able to get away with it on a regular night, but it's hard at this stage because all these teams know they have to protect that passing lane. 3 ball off the mark by Lingenfelter, and the Wolverines have it with 40 seconds. They could get 6 shots the way they move in this
Still
time.
pushing the pace.
Coach Dahl making a call, wanting to run baseline. $15 to play. Knock with it, 10 seconds. He's got to drive. 3 ball on the way, no. 3 seconds, 2, they got to push it. Half-court shot, good if it goes! Just off to the mark. And the Jayhawks and the Wolverines, a 10-point separate them as we go to quarter 4 from Wells Fargo Arena.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise and your lights will go on. That's because at MidAmerican Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
With new Casey's Rewards, you can turn pizza into school donations. Download the Casey's app and earn points you can turn into donations to the schools you care about most. Or turn points into Casey's cash or fuel discounts. Start earning more ways to give and get a little more good. Casey's Rewards. Points for school, points for you, points for fuel, points for good. Now at Casey's, our delicious handmade taco pizza is just $13.99. Casey's, here for good.
Hey, Central College has a new tuition price of just $18,600. That means the college experience that opens doors for a lifetime is more affordable than ever, and scholarships are still available. Apply today at central.edu.
As a reminder, Central College has a new tuition price of just $18,600. That means the college experience that opens doors for a lifetime is now more affordable than ever, and scholarships are still available. Apply today at central.edu. All right, the Jayhawks down by 10. They gotta play some defense, right? First,
they gotta start getting stops.
If you're the Wolverines, do you start taking the air out of the ball? Obviously not, as you drive it right there to start the quarter.
Yeah, I think they want to attack. Their mentality is to play fast, and I don't think that can change at this point in the game. Got to keep that up since that's what they do.
I believe all pedal. What is it? All pedal, no gas. Yeah, all gas, no brakes. And so if you win a game that you were up by 20 with 4 minutes to play, it might be 30 because no brakes.
Right. Got to keep pressing.
Free throw is good. Up to an 11-point lead. And that might be, I think it is, their biggest of the game. Lingenfelter. The runner left side won't go. Rebound, Jayhawks blocked. Man, that height now starting to really kind of show itself.
It's wearing on Jesup, especially as they try to get in low.
And that is going to be a charge on Foster, who did not score in the third quarter, and she hadn't scored yet here in the fourth.
Foster, her second. Team foul number 6.
Big charge for Treptow. That's definitely a momentum play. Try to get her team going a little bit.
Treptow gets her defender in the air for a moment. Lingenfelter backs down. Fade away, high off the glass, no good. Tipped around. Flaherty just couldn't keep it alive. Wolverines take possession. Katie Knock, now Ellie Foster. Corner, 3, good! Ellery Knock for 3. The lead is now 14. Inside, too strong. You can tell that Jesup is expecting contact. So many shots have gone high off the glass.
Yep, really trying to stay away from that height advantage, but they can't avoid it at this point.
And that'll be a foul on the Jayhawks.
Fouls on Jesup number 30. Brianna Lingenfelter, her second. Team foul number 3. At the line for Dike-New Hartford, Katie Knock, shooting 2.
Brianna Lingenfelter is whistled. Knock hits the first. Jesup beat Roland Story 53-47 to get here. Dike-New Hartford beat Monticello 54-38. Weber had 22 in that contest tonight. At last check, I think she only has 3 points.
Yeah, she's been pretty quiet.
5
They've been able
points.
to keep her in check tonight.
3 in the corner. Treptow, no good. Rebound, right place, right time. Ilderts. Now Coach Conrad's asking for a little bit of pressure from his team as we approach 6 minutes and his team down 16. Oh, got a whistle.
Fouls on Jesup number 11, Amanda Treptow. Her third.
Treptow picks up foul number 3. And Dike-New Hartford will inbound the basketball right in front of us. Gets it into Foster. Foster headed to Wisconsin Green Bay. And I'm struggling to remember the player from Ames that's already up there for WGB. So a couple of Iowans on that roster.
It's a good program. They like to play the style of basketball she's playing here tonight, so it should be a good fit for her.
Well, we still have to figure out what player is going to be our player of the game, and right now Jesup's making it interesting. Peyton McCone hits the 2 as we will pick a Casey's player of the game. In here a couple of minutes. I have 1, but the problem is she hadn't scored much here in the second half, but it might not matter.
She's really set her team up, not scoring, but doing other things well for her team.
So we'll see how that one goes out and reveal that to you here in a couple of minutes. Timeout, Dike-New Hartford.
A 30-second timeout.
And Coach Dahl just relaxing the girls.
Fans immediately following tonight's game, please remain in your seats for the post-game award ceremony. And tickets for the next round may be purchased at...
Coming up on the Iowa PBS coverage of the finals on Friday and Saturday. If we were watching Bruce Dahl, we'd be listening into him right now as the coaches are mic'd up. And, you know, some of the coaches get nervous when I tell them that they're going to wear a microphone in the finals.
You got to watch what they say a little bit, I guess.
A couple of them are like, have you not watched me, Coach? I go, oh, I have. I know what's about to happen.
Makes it interesting for fans at home watching the games.
But I've learned more about the game, both in softball and in basketball, about that side of the game. So those are some of the action items that you'll see on the Iowa PBS coverage, which begins Friday night at 5:30 with a pregame show. And then championships at 6 and 8. And then on Saturday, we'll start at 2:30. Oh, look at that three-point attempt by Foster. Great shake and bake to get open, just didn't fall. Coverage on Saturday starts at 2:30, and then we'll have the 4A, 2 and 1A championships. That ball was maybe kicked, but no call on that one. Just a great, I think she was safe. McCone.
Great hustle play, getting on the floor.
Coach Rod Elson almost getting ready to have another softball season. Jayhawks were close last year in making state. Dike-New Hartford very good in volleyball. And that's going to be another charge on the Wolverines. Boys sports have been strong for the Wolverines lately. Football.
Her third.
And also boys basketball.
Lots of good experience. Their fans know what it's like to be here. They're really supporting their teams well.
Oh. All right, right there, that play. Foster might have just solidified our pick.
I think so, too. She's still hustling. They're up 14 right now, but she's still trying to make plays for her team.
In transition runner for Treptow is good. And Amanda now with 12. Back to within 12 are the Jayhawks. Good drive to the basket, but off the mark. Treptow. Shake, bake, kick. 3. Lingenfelter. Brittany for 3. 9-point advantage. It's down to 9. Timeout, Dike-New Hartford here at the state tournament.
Fans, please direct your attention to the
MidAmerican Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
At Waldorf University, we are warriors. On campus and online. In the classroom and on the field. Our work today will power tomorrow, continuing a rich tradition started in 1903. And once you're one of us, you forever are. Waldorf University, we are warriors.
3:56 to play. Dike-New Hartford, a 9-point lead here. Class 3A quarterfinal game against the Jesup Jayhawks. Wolverines won the first 2, looking to make it a season sweep. But the Jayhawks, who were down as much as 14, have a chance to cut it to 7. or 6 if they can hit another 3. Amanda Treptow had a pretty good game so far. She averages 12 on the season, and right now she's at 14. Lingenfelter hit the last 3. That one's short. Rebound by Weber. Coach Dahl didn't call her the loud type leader, more of the quiet one. But when she spoke, he says the players listened to her. Leadership comes in different forms, doesn't it?
It does, for sure. You need a little bit of everything to balance out your team well.
Nice drive. Shot no good. Loose ball. It's going to stay with the Wolverines. Morgan Weber, good drive there. .248 to play. Wolverines in no hurry to score, and as soon as I say that, the foot on the line near three-pointer is made. Hoffman for 3. Turnover by the Jayhawks. Ellie Foster, the strong shot, gets the rebound for a moment there, and McCone grabs the loose ball. Jayhawks not going away yet.
Still trying to fight for rebounds, make plays.
And look at Foster still playing defense here. Way out. Sorry, Ellie. McCone muscles it in. Jayhawks only shooting 29% from the field. Dike-New Hartford 39.
Jesup, number 11, Amanda Treptow.
Jesup's trying to pick up the pressure a little bit here.
Number 5.
It is the 4th foul on Treptow, so we're going to have to watch that as she's been playing well for him.
All right, our Casey's player of the game will come at you right now. This is a player that we felt has had a good game, as Casey's General Stores is a proud sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union, and today's player of the game. Casey's at the heart of many Iowa communities, cheering on our local teams and fans and making sure there's fresh pizza ready, win or lose. Sign up for new Casey's Rewards, the rewards program that gives back by letting you redeem points for Casey's cash, fuel discounts, or donations to local schools. All right, Ellie Howe, who do you think?
I think we got to go with Ellie Foster. She's had a big game, hasn't scored a lot in the second half, had a huge first half, and is really just making plays for her team this second half.
All right, we're going to step away for a quick 30-second break, and we will have the final minute 26 when we come back.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise, and your lights will go on. That's because at MidAmerican Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Dike-New Hartford leads by 9, 52-43. Wolverines will have the basketball underneath their own basket with a minute 26 to play. Ball into Katie Knott.
Back into the Dike-New Hartford lineup.
Now Weber. Back to Foster. No, 1 point in the second half, but man, she has done everything else for this team. Stolen away for a moment. And now the Wolverines have taken the foot off the gas. Weber is quickly collapsed upon. And if that's on Treptow, that's 5. It is not, though.
Number 24,
it's on 24, Brittany Lingenfelter.
Her first, team foul number 6.
Under a minute to play now. Who do you like taking the ball out? What type of player?
Good passer, but you also want some size. They had Morgan Weber taking it out. She can see over the defender, make a good pass. Yeah, so you got to have a little bit of both.
Sometimes, though, you'll see a guard do it.
Right. The best passer on the team is always a good option as well.
And the one who doesn't have the eyes to give away where the ball is going to go.
Exactly. Look it off a little bit. Can make a big difference, especially late game.
Were you the inbounder?
Every once in a while, yeah.
Yeah. A lot of pressure.
There is.
And that clock is always going.
Right, and it feels like it goes a little faster in your head when you're the one taking the ball out.
Katie Knock hits the free throw. Jayhawks roll it up. They got to go now. Down by 11. Kicking it out. Treptow drives, shoots. No. Rebound by Ellery Knock. And I got to say, Ellery off the bench. Two big players for Dike-New Hartford have been Ellery Knock and Sophia Hoffman. They have really done a lot of things well for Coach Dahl.
Fouls on Jesup, number 5.
Score, they've got some rebounds, even a couple of assists there.
Third, team foul number 8.
So Dike-New Hartford's only loss this season to date has been a 64-58 loss against Crestwood. And the Cadets were knocked out on a last-second shot by Wakan in tournament play. Jayhawks have life on the front end of the 1-and-1, but then they throw it away. And then we're going to have a foul as Jill Ilderts was fouled. That'll be the team foul 9, so still a 1-and-1 situation.
Team foul number 9. At the line for Dike-New Hartford, Jill Ilderts.
And we're going to have some new Jayhawks coming in.
Number 2, Natalie O'Connor.
So Marissa Mashik comes in. Kylie Winter.
Number 22.
Leah Borgerding.
And number 42,
and Mackenzie Butters.
And for Dike-New Hartford.
So that's a senior, a freshman, and also Natalie O'Connor, a sophomore. No JV for the Jayhawks this year, so this is, you're kind of looking at the program, but sometimes a trip to state with some underclassmen can help rebuild a program.
Yeah, it gives them some motivation, gets them a little bit of time, even the last 37 seconds of this game here, giving them some good experience on this court.
Free throws knocked down by Jill Ilderts. And back to a 13-point advantage. And so these Jayhawks will be in the scorebook that they played at the state tournament. And the Wolverines will have a quick sub in.
Hartford.
Chloe Shipper comes
15,
in.
Chloe Shipper checks in the Dike-New Hartford lineup.
Chloe, a senior, getting an opportunity to play here. Final 20 seconds as Ellie Foster will walk it up. A little bit of pressure up there by O'Connor, and then the steal. Tipped in and then hit the line. So now you got a floor burn to show for your time in. Only played 37 seconds, but man, that hurts.
Still working hard, hustling at the end of the game.
Where'd you get it? State tournament game. And that'll do it. Dike-New Hartford will hold it on and hold on for a 56-43 victory.
Hartford 56, Jesup 43.
In this Class 3A quarterfinal, 5th game of the day. And the Jayhawks will finish the year at 20-5. Dike-New Hartford will go to 23-1. And really, you know, the Jayhawks had a lead at this point. We had a few ties early on, Ellie. Dike never really kind of pulled away to the point where I think Coach Dahl is going to be pleased.
In addition to receiving medallions, each participating player will receive a commemorative basketball provided by the Iowa Farm Bureau, proud title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. Presenting awards from the IGHSAU are Gary Ross and Gene Berger. Congratulations to head coach Jordan Conrad and the Jayhawks from Jesup on an outstanding basketball season. And now, Number 43, Jill Alderts and Dike-New Hartford will advance their team to the next round on the official bracket at center court. Hey, Dike-New Hartford fans, your team advances to the semifinals and will play the winner of Red Oak and North Polk on Thursday, March 5th at 1:30 p.m. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union, we thank you for your support and attendance. Our next game will begin shortly.
Well, Dike-New Hartford, the Wolverines will move on. Here, Ellie Howell, courtside. What'd you think of this game so far?
It was a great game, lots of up and down. We saw it was really close in the first half especially. Dike kind of pulled away a little bit, but they were really able to stay calm and collected down the stretch.
This is a team that's been number one for a number of weeks. There is an absolute target on their back. They responded against a team. It's really hard to beat that squad 3 times in a year, and Jesup really tried to make that come to reality today for a win for them, but just not in the cards.
Yeah, they gave them a run for their money for sure. They were playing hard all the way down the stretch. We kind of joked the end of the game getting a floor burn, but Jesup was just playing hard till the last second.
So Dike-New Hartford will advance and play in the semifinals here in Wells Fargo Arena on Thursday at 1:30. They'll face the winner of Red Oak and North Polk. North Polk featuring some pretty good players. Runners-up last year. Red Oak has made a run of their own here to state recently, so we have a couple of experienced squads coming up.
Yeah, that experience is really going to show as we get to the next couple of games within the state tournament. We saw in that game Dike-New Hartford's experience really pulled them away, and I think we're going to see that here as well.
Well, I'm done for the day, but Ellie is not. She'll be back for the Clear Lake Davenport Assumption game, which is our last one at 8:30. Dardanius will be in this seat, but next it's Red Oak and North Polk. Again, your final score, Dike-New Hartford, a 56-43 win over the Jesup Jayhawks. For all of us on camera and behind it, thank you so very much for watching this 2020 Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union State Basketball Tournament contest. So long from Wells Fargo Arena.